Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Hey guys, I'm Ouroboros. Let's play Metaphor ReFantazio. It is August 16th, and yesterday was a long day, huh? I'm glad that we lived to see another morning. I'm very happy that we survived and are still afloat, but after bailing all that water out, it would seem that my poor back was a casualty of the incident. You really came through in a pinch, I must say. It's all thanks to you that my dear girl is well and safe. You must repay those old bones of yours for their sterling service.
You're right.
Too true. Maybe a day off would get those brothers to lighten up a bit too. So how about it, darlings? Let's take just a day to relax and watch the ocean. Well, that would delay us a little bit. And the music is the normal Gauntlet Runner music, so I'm guessing we should arrive at the island tomorrow. We managed to defeat the monster, so why not thank everyone for their efforts? In times like this, people tend to open up more. Okay, so, yes, ooh, can I, food? Food? Food. Okay, so today's a little different. You have, wait, you really fixed that hole in the runner? I thought we were sunk there for sure. How long have you been there? Well, whatever. Good thing we managed to pull things off yesterday. Okay, so today's a little different. I am gonna go ahead and save my game. So, how this works today is we have optional hangouts with every person that's on the Gauntlet Runner, including Gallica, with the exception of Nuris, because he's driving the damn thing. So I am just gonna go through, I'm gonna go, so my list is, I made a list just to make sure I wouldn't forget somebody. I'm gonna go through my list in order, just again, to make sure I don't forget anybody. And I'm gonna start off with Heismay if I can find him. But yeah, so Heismay, Basilio, Junah, Fidelio, Strohl, Hulkenberg, and Gallica. Where is he? Where did he go? Was he in the strategy room and I just missed him? That seems like something I would do. Hello? He was definitely up there, wasn't he?
Let's head there right
Please
away.
be up here, please be up here, please be up here, please be up here. Okay, so I'm just gonna roll through all these. You get the same item from each hangout. They just have different names, like it does the same thing. So I will end with Gallica. I'll reset and yeah, you'll see it. Would have been a pleasant trip if not for that monster. I had no idea such a calamity awaited us. I suppose you're too young for something like that mess to tire you out. Well, I have a mind to meditate and recover a bit. Care to join me? Sure, have a seat. What are we meditating on today? I give up. 'Twas a fool's errand to attempt to meditate with all this incessant racket. Surely you hear this pandemonium as well. It is the cries of all the creatures of the sea. I just hear waves, buddy. I don't have ears like you. Perhaps this is one of life's many annoyances that only afflicts the Ujif. The fish in the sea are in a panic. Last night's skirmish with that sea beast has put the depths into a state of chaos. Above all that, however, the surface seems peaceful, a complete about-face from last night. Its appearance, at least, calms my soul. Yeah, you can definitely relax now. Cannot lower my guard yet, especially with those brothers in our midst. Though I suppose even they must realize the futility of agitating a fight on a vessel this small. So, am I wrong to assume that this is your first voyage across the sea? I've never been quite this far from land myself. However, I previously visited the beach with my son. We fished together. That holiday occurred at this time of the year. The shore was populated with many others who had the same idea as well. We settled ourselves in a secluded, rocky area, far from the crowds. I did not tell him it was because we were Ujif. But in hindsight, I so dearly wish I would have stood tall and simply enjoyed that moment with my son, with no concern for the judgment of others. When my son pulled a fish from the sea, he said, "I guess fish will bite anyone's hook." In other words, it surprised him that a fish would settle for a Ujif like him. I never stood up to discrimination. In my own cowardice, I ran from it. And in doing so, I unintentionally taught my son that there was shame in being Ujif. No, I would say don't linger on it. It's in the past. I often allow my thoughts to be shackled by past missteps. I hope at least that I may glean some wisdom by returning to these moments.
My apologies.
I apologize. The regrets of an old man are a poor substitute for rousing conversation. If it's no recompense, but allow me to give you this. Yes, so we get this item. It's called different things with each character, but it does the same thing. It's an accessory. Perhaps you've heard of an avian creature which soars across the sky in a manner similar to a shooting star. This is a sort of amulet crafted in honor of it. Valstrax? That great bird seeks its prey in the rivers and seas and dives from a great height to seize them. It is a hunter which makes no sound and leaves no traces in its wake. Perhaps it is immodest to say as much, but I like to think I once possessed these same qualities. Yeah. One day I'll regale you with somewhat more stirring stories of my time in the Shadow Guard. Now that I'm reminded of it, I suppose I served the royal family as well. Okay, so that's Heismay's. Alright, it's time for Basilio. Talk. With me? Even though I'm here to keep you in line? Sure, but let's go topside. It'd be a pain if Del saw. Why are you so afraid of your brother?
Sam?
Got nothing to say to you. Del says I'm to keep me trap shut around you unless I got something worth talking about. Oh, well, actually, there is one thing. Thanks for saving my brother. Couldn't let that go unsaid. Still, it's a real miracle. This is some weird ship. I mean, why the hell is it so small? Keeps shaking and creaking like it's about to fall apart. With a bigger craft, you could have just rammed it into the sea beast head on, eh?
Maybe.
I mean, be fair. Are we even gonna make it to Virga Island? Probably. What do you mean, probably? Lord Louise's runner is nothing like this one. Even when it's flying, it's smooth as you like. And I can flop down on the beds and sprawl out easy. Not so much on this ship. Heard stories from some sailor lads. These seas are connected to hell, they say. Sounded like superstitious talk to me. But there was that monster yesterday. And that wave. See those white crest waves out in the distance? I bet that means the ocean current's gotta be swirling up a storm out there, yeah? It's a portal to hell, gotta be. And that means monsters are probably crawling out of there even now. That'd give any man the shivers. Are they shivering your timbers? I should have done some more swimming practice. Del warned me, and he's always right about this sort of thing. I didn't know. I'm kind of surprised. You seem like the sort of guy who'd already know how to swim. Well, Del's the boss here. You keep your mouth shut about me being scared of the ocean, got it? I gotcha. Yeah. This ain't a bribe to shut you up or anything, but here, take it if you like. It's a parapet charm. Same thing, it's just a white sand rose. People say it's a good thing to have on you. Everyone from my hometown could tell you that. Though this one's just a novelty shop knockoff course. Used to have a real one, but I lost track of it after some fight. Del gave it to me when I was younger. It was smaller than that one. I can still remember how happy I was to get it. Crap, I ran my mouth. Aren't we supposed to be making camp soon?
Hey.
And not one word of this to Del. Not about the charm, not about me. You step out of line and I'm going straight to... I'm telling Mom! Well, gotta love him. It is Junah's time to shine. Oh, have you been there the whole time? Feel like listening to me sing, do you? Good timing. There's something I wanted to talk to you about. Do you have a moment to spare? Yes, I do. Thank you. Go on and have a seat. Do we get to listen to you sing?
The truth is...
I wanted to talk to you about the Magnus brothers. Don't worry, I sent them off on errands, so they won't catch a word of this. Anyway, in regards to our dear Fidelio yesterday, I do have to thank you for saving him. And I'm so very sorry they accompanied us on Virga Island.
Well?
I know they both jump at Louise's command, but they really are good lads. A bit sensitive, perhaps. They sure are fond of you.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yes. They're rather fond of me, I suppose. Or my songs, at the least. And I do owe them a debt of gratitude for escorting me around and keeping Louise's men at a safe distance.
But...
On the other hand, I don't think it's wise to trust them completely. Do you remember their suspicions about what transpired with Gladel? If I'm not careful, I could compromise the whole mission. And I think it's about time I stopped being so naive. Deep down, I knew they would eventually become an obstacle.
Hey!
But isn't that just exhausting? How about you sing me a little lullaby to calm me down? I hope you like warbling.
Huh?
Oh, I do hope you're serious. So sing something for me, will you? I vow to remember it, and one day all of us will. Let me just say, for whatever reason, when I'm with you, Will, I feel like I can just be myself. Sorry, my eyes are just so heavy. She fell asleep. Does she wake up? Junah, wait, did I fall asleep, Will? You stayed here the whole time? Well, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh dear, I'm sorry. Suppose I've not been getting much sleep lately, and I just felt so relaxed all of a sudden. Been a while since that happened.
Look at this.
Oh, right here. I've been meaning to give this to you, but it kept slipping my mind. She gives us an Aeon Pearl earring, or ring, sorry. This is a charm I bought before we left Brylehaven. Pearls come from oysters and they take a long time to form. That's why they symbolize growth and prosperity. I bought it for myself, but it's a bit too big. Besides, I think you'd put it to much better use on this journey. Take it. Okay. We better get back then, If I'm gone too long, I'm sure the Magnus brothers would come looking.
Bye.
Once it gets dark, we'll have to prepare camp. And now for Fidelio, what do you want? I'm trying to guard Junah here. You're such a bloody bother. If you got something to say, out with it. Come on. Fine, but only a bit. Not like you'd shut up about it if I said no. Why are you so mean to me? What did I do to you?
What do you want?
So, what do you even want? If you're trying to get close to me, you're wasting your time. I just wanted to chat, buddy. You couldn't lie to a mirror, mate. You're just trying to win us over. Well, fine. Suppose I could use this opportunity too. See, I've got one warning for you.
A word of warning.
If you try anything funny with Lady Junah, I'll make you regret being born. It's not. He doesn't trust me at all. I'd remember that if I were you. You done talking? What? Do you think I was gonna thank you for yesterday? Kind of, yeah. Hardly makes a difference if I live or die anyway.
Seriously.
Well, it's true that you ended up being the one to save Lady Junah and protect Basilio. For that, at least, thank you.
Well,
No matter what your agenda is, you really don't trust me, do you? Of course I don't. That's how I got this far in the world. Especially while looking out for our Basilio, the dunce. Everything is a threat. Well, a debt's a debt. Think what you want about me, but I've got me own code. I'll return the favor before long.
leave.
But don't get it twisted, yeah? That's the end of this conversation. I'm not out here to stand around chatting with the likes of you. Shit, I'm losing my damn mind out here. Whatever, here, now bugger off. Handmade flute. Saw a parapist peddler in Brylehaven selling souvenirs. Bought this on a whim. Gave me this whole story about how its sound wards off evil. I'm not planning on dying out here with you idiots. It's just for peace of mind, but it's better than nothing. We'll be at the encampment soon. And while I have your ear, your ship rocks like a bucket in a storm. Tell that clumsy driver of yours if he doesn't shape up, I'll throw him overboard and sail it myself. And I'm dead serious, like. Why are you so mean all the time? Strohl is up next. Sea's so calm, it's like yesterday's storm never happened. The runner's riding smoothly, monsters slain in our wake. Could hardly ask for better. Let's talk. Great, I was hoping we could hash out what's next. Should we do it when the guys are here? I mean, we're kind of worried about them. I've been trying to think of ways to outwit Louise, but all of my ideas are full of holes. An idea comes to me, but I end up thinking Louise isn't dumb enough to fall for that, and I'm stuck from there. I'll think of something.
Well,
it does seem like ideas come more freely to you. You really never cease to amaze me.
right.
You know, I recall when I met you back at the recruitment center. They were slinging all sorts of accusations at you, but you handled it with such grace. The next time was in the carriage. The roads were so rough we could hardly keep our asses in our seats, but there you were, reading a book of all things. You were a right strange one, but I liked you too. Never imagined I'd be entrusting my life to you as much as I do now. My duty as a noble compelled me to protect you as one younger than I. But now I really do think of you as a true little brother. My big bro Leon. Nope, sorry, there's something wrong with that. Right, afraid not. But seriously, I'm grateful I have someone to think of like a brother. I'm grateful for you. You've really helped me out by being there for me. Well, here, in life, I mean. Right. Well, since I'm already oversharing, I might as well give you this. Here. We get a bracelet from him. It's a handcrafted item I picked up in Brylehaven. I was told it was made from a blue seashell. They're said to ward off sea disasters, since these seashells must survive deep in seashells by the seashore whilst up on shore. I think us surviving the attack last night proves it works, eh? I hope it continues to protect us on our journey. To all of us, you are irreplaceable. That's why I want you to hold on to it.
Got it.
Looks like we've entered the reef area. I think we can set up camp around here.
Be all right.
Tomorrow we'll arrive at Virga Island. We've got to get that lance Louise mentioned at all cost. Alright, it's time for me to struggle with Hulkenberg, parting the very waves to go on. An incredible sight. What say you, Will? Will you come and enjoy the view as well? The breeze is most pleasant. Quite right, come over here then. Will.I.am. The seas are now so peaceful. Anyone recounting the previous night's events risks being labeled a liar. With these conditions, we should arrive at Virga Island tomorrow. Our sailing vessel has held up quite admirably, considering the haste with which it was constructed. One can no longer cast aspersions on... I'm so illiterate when I play this game. Aspersions on Nurus or his talents.
That reminds
The
me.
calm seas have even allowed Strohl to regain a sliver of composure. He has ceased chanting, "I'm gonna be sick." His consternation was almost bewildering. Why? Why can't I talk? He's feeling unwell. Sorry, buddy. Strohl said as much, yet 'tis simply the natural sway of the seas. I find it quite odd that anyone would be felled by something so mundane. My first voyage at sea was also characterized by a clash with a temperamental storm. The waves forced the ship onto its side, and the walls and the floors traded their roles most suddenly. The storm howled through the rooms, and I was forced onto the deck with a great tumult. Consequently, I simply tied myself to the ship so that I could not be forced off, and read a book until the sea calmed itself. This trip bears little resemblance to my prior village. I was openly mocked when I stated I was searching for His Highness. A particularly rude cur yelled, "Do you think that corpse took the royal yacht across the sea?" Of course, I received naught in terms of assistance. Time passed, indifferent to my concerns or even my perception. Maybe the prince has truly died, and the fault lies with me for failing to repel such an attack. Such thoughts became my constant companions during that time. Searching for His Highness was my stated goal, but thinking on it now, perhaps I was simply looking for an appropriate place to die. Well, the prince is alive now.
Indeed.
Yes, I'm thankful to learn that my despair was misplaced. He may yet still be saved. No, His Highness will be saved, I'm sure of it. Moreover, I've no shortage of reliable comrades at my side. Never again did I think this would be the case.
Sorry.
Apologize, I should not be so free with my thoughts, especially with the brothers Magnus among our ranks. No, tell me more about your travels.
You are curious.
Truly, and they may not contain anything of interest.
Take this.
Ah, yes, I have something I wanted to give you. Temper your expectations, but it is a trinket. A narwhal's horn. Quite some time ago, I passed through a port town and received this from a fortune teller. Supposedly, it wards off the sea's myriad dangers. Pure superstition, assuredly. However, after receiving it, I was stricken with fever and bedridden. Some days later, I learned that the ship I was to originally board was lost at sea. So perhaps there is some truth to its abilities, which is why I now pass it on to you. The sun will soon retire. The encampment that Nurus spoke of should be visible to us soon. Well, say goodbye to the narwhal's horn. And I'm going to end with Gallica. I'm going to go ahead and start with Triangle. And this is how you hang out with her. Can I come look with you? Oh, come on. I wasn't going to snap at you to buzz off or anything. Well, come on then. Let's go to this special sitting spot like always. Think of the ocean view. The sun feels so nice, doesn't it? The sea feels way different from yesterday. I don't think we'll be seeing any of those monsters.
That reminds me.
There was a rumor about a tribe of fish people living out here, but it was probably just that monster. That's too bad. It just described a village of walking fish. It's only some tall tale, I think, but it's intriguing, isn't it? With the sea, I really feel anything can happen. The depth, the waves, the tidal currents, it's just swimming with mysteries. I mean, for sure it's chock full of all these unknown creatures, you know? I don't know if delightful is the right word, but it's something. Thanks for not making fun of me for what I just said. Often we fairies get treated like mere superstitions too. It's because we hide ourselves so we're not found. But sometimes it feels like we're outsiders. Like everyone totally forgets we exist. It's not like I want special treatment or anything, I just want people to see me as me. But I'm grateful, because you do. That's why I'm able to resist thinking things like, I'm so small and insignificant. You're not insignificant. We love you, Gallica. Yeah, I know. And what I'm bearing's bigger than any of those doubters out there, right?
Hey there.
Here, you can have this. It's just something I picked up on the deck this morning. A rainbow scale. Those fish people, their scales are supposed to be rainbow. With this, maybe we can still believe they aren't just superstition. It probably came from that monster, but pretty things are pretty. The sea is like a mother. Everyone's mother. It's the place we were all born. So I'm sure it's still got more miracles it's hiding. It's getting dark. I think Nuris is looking for a place we can camp out. Let's get ready to. And we can finally move on!
As the clear surface gives way to the glassy ink of darkness, the gauntlet runner reaches a remote island. The party gets a good night's rest, grateful for the still land that does not sway them at its whims.
All right, it is now evening at the islet camp. And we're gonna do kind of the normal nighttime routine. Arrivals tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. Done spending the night at sea. Okay, let me go ahead and talk to Fidelio over here. We'll be hitting Virga Island tomorrow, yeah? You say you want it to be useful to Count Louise, then you better put in the work. And remember, we'll be watching. Okay, where is everybody else?
Let's head there right away.
So I know we've got Basilio somewhere around here. Well, yeah, there you are. Hey, buddy. Don't much like to see at night. There's no knowing which ways the waves are coming from. When I think about accidentally falling in, ugh. I'm sure Strohl is probably thinking the same thing. Strohl's in here. I don't really want to talk to you right now.
Let's head there right away.
At least not yet. Is Nurse down here? You are. This poor old girl certainly has run a grueling gauntlet. Well, it is a gauntlet runner. I'll have to be gentle nursing her back to health. Okay, so if I go back to the deck, we also have more one-time missable conversations with everybody. So we've got Hulkenberg, Strohl, Heismay, and Junah, and no Gallica this time. So I'm gonna go ahead and save so that I can view all of these things. With the ones before, you're welcome to do whatever one you want. However, Junah's, for whatever reason, gives 2 extra points of imagination. I don't think the guide really cares about that, but just on the off chance that I mess something up later, I'm gonna go ahead and end with hers. So I'm gonna start with Hulkenberg. Well met. I don't suppose you're as overburdened with free time as I am. I'm certainly no stranger to traveling, but I've no idea how to spend idle hours. If the idea appeals, might we talk a bit? Yes, let's talk. What this time? The sea breeze is accompanied by a scent that soothes the heart, is it not? That aroma recalls the fresh seafood of Brylehaven. My imagination runs wild with possibilities of what awaits us next. The insects of such a fertile land must be... it's more famous for fish, girl, come on.
True.
Of course, the fish were divine, but such dishes can be had even within Grand Trad. Delicacies which can only be tasted in one place possess a most exceptional quality. I've experienced so many wonderful new flavors since our time in Martira. At this rate, I've come to have high expectations for Virga Island. Virga is characterized by its isolation from the rest of the world, which I hope will result in heretofore unseen ingredients and culinary techniques. Oh, I feel a ravenous longing for Mustari cuisine, despite having never experienced it. Let us make haste to Virga Island. Okay, it sounds good. So, regardless of who you pick, you should be imagination rank 4 by now. Obviously I'm gonna end with Junah, so I'll be a little bit more. It is an hour later than I realized. I know our journey demands ample rest, but I'd like to continue conversing with you. That's awesome. We're gonna go to the next person. All right, time for Strohl. Hey, you're looking for something to do? My weapons are as sharp as they're gonna get, and I'm not up to much. Care to keep me company for a while? Let's do it. We're just gonna chat? Yes, we're just gonna chat. We have to retrieve a Mustari Divine Relic, all while 2 of Louise's underlings scrutinize our every move. We put ourselves in a difficult situation this time. It'd be one thing if we could simply offer a bribe or talk some sense into them, but those brothers are dyed-in-the-wool devotees for Louise. As far as I can tell, they genuinely see Louise as some sort of hero. What do you make of our dear Count? He's certainly a revolutionary in his own violent way. I suppose, well, he's welcome to wax poetic about the logic behind his violence all he wants, but pretty words don't change how wrong he is. Before all else, he is a vicious despot who kills all who oppose him. Whatever your definition of a hero may be, there's no doubt that he's the furthest thing from it. Ever since I awakened to this power, there's something I've come to feel very strongly about. Power isn't just for rejecting and destroying things that already exist. It's for building a tomorrow that's better than today. That's the real, proper change people are longing for. A fraud pretending to be a hero like Louise can't be what they're looking for, right? I would agree. Strohl is so well spoken. He's such a good character. I love him. He really is great. You're not going to sleep yet, are you? Come, chat with me some more. Heismay is next. Hello there. I've got altogether too much time on my hands. Let's talk for a moment. No trace of enemies around by my eyes. Peaceful for now, which means that we get to have a little break. Come on, Heismay. Can't see them, but can you hear them? Our visit to Brilhaven was most eventful, was it not? Feels like such a blur. Actually, would you mind refreshing an old man's memory? What exactly did happen? Well, a lot. Indeed, it's difficult to even summarize it all. The tournament, meeting with Louise, infiltrating his runner. It was all so much, I struggle to keep up. And on top of it, you managed to ingratiate yourself with Louise. Boarding his runner was quite the risky gambit, but you deftly handled it all. You managed it all so casually, but I cannot deny that you are truly a man of action. That novel of yours, are those words what drive you? Is this all some attempt to make that illusory world a reality? If that sounded mocking, I assure you it was not my intent. Such idealism has driven many to accomplish great things. I too once possessed a similarly zealous passion. For so long I assumed I was no longer capable of entertaining such ardent dreams, yet they bubble to the surface again whenever I'm with you. Perhaps together we might be able to turn that fantasy into a reality? Retiring so soon? Your sour expression does not deter me. Sleep can wait, for this old man's ramblings demand an attentive pair of ears. Well, you definitely got the ears for rambling. And we are finally going to end with Junah. Oh, if it isn't Will. I'm so bored and I'm just not in the mood to sing. Sure be nice to have somebody to talk to. Come on. What is it this time? I'm not singing again. This gauntlet runner is such a mystery, isn't it? And in particular, I'm so very intrigued by the igniter responsible for the teleportation magic. We happen to be in the middle of a covert operation, so we can't, be too free with our words. But if we could, I think we'd cause quite the stir. Yeah, it's quite amazing, isn't it?
Huh?
Oh, very much so. It's simply on another level, a much higher one than both technology and magic. I studied at the Mage Academy for a spell, and from what I recall, teleportation with magic was deemed impossible. So something like this is in the same category as divine relics. Frankly, I'm thankful that nobody will believe in existence, even if we use it to teleport to the city. But the technology already exists, so perhaps it can be mass-produced. Maybe one day, each household will have their own teleportation igniter. That would be great, and yes, as you can see, you do get 6 points for just Junah. I don't know why, maybe that was a mistake. But staying up late's terrible for your skin, but seeing as we're already at it, why don't we chat a bit longer? And that is finally it for this long-ass day.